Hello, good morning, and welcome to Real Talk with Tamara. As you guys come into the room, please do hit the like button. Also, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe to the channel. I hope that you guys are doing okay on this morning. I know that I am. I always express the importance of hitting the like button because the like button helps to keep the video on the algorithm. Okay, so like, share, subscribe, comment, all of those things. Oh, Lord, these puppies are something else. Also, if you want to support the channel, you could definitely support the channel via Cash App or Super Thanks. Yesterday, I didn't get the opportunity to do a video because I've been very busy. I've been very busy doing quite a bit of stuff. Okay. So I decided to get on this morning. I may be able to do a live today, but I got some stuff that I've been working on. Um and some people I've been working with, so it keeps me busy. I was kind of up to until 2 o'clock this morning, really. Um, Me and someone else putting some stuff together that needs to be put together, and I decided to just go on and get a video in because I gotta pick up where I left off, right? But I wanted to talk about something that I saw in the news that was extremely heartbreaking to me. And that is a Cordova teen was unfortunately taken out, and his mother is heartbroken. And saying stuff like that breaks my heart. 'Cause,
A high school student was shot
as
and
a mother, we're
killed in a quiet
very
Cordova neighborhood.
protective.
We told you yesterday that this all happened on
Oh,
Mill
uh,
Hill Avenue in Cordova. Tonight, the victim's mother, she is demanding answers and speaks only to Fox 13 Sierra Jordan.
I spoke with the victim's mother. She identified her son as Antonio Faison Jr. She said he was a junior at Germantown High School and was just spending time with some friends over the weekend. Faison Jr.'s mother, Courtney McMullen, says she was just 10 minutes away from picking up her son at a friend's house in Cordova. Shelby County deputies responded to a shooting at Mill Hill Avenue just after 2 p.m. They say a 16-year-old was arrested and charged. McMullen says a close friend he was hanging with Sunday afternoon allegedly shot and killed her son. Deputies say the 16-year-old was lying on the ground when they arrived, but later died at the hospital. McMullen says a close friend he was hanging with Sunday afternoon allegedly shot and killed her son.
It's very hard on his sisters. Like every little video, every little smell we smell, it smell like him. Like we just we just breaking down. Like a lot of people been reaching out to us. We just breaking down just off the mention of him because it was never them without him and him without them. Like he was a mama boy. He was a big mama boy.
I reached out to Memphis police for an update. They say the suspect is facing 4 charges, including first-degree murder and tampering with evidence. Fox 13 is looking at the bigger picture of teens and kids becoming victims of gun violence in our city. I'll bring you some positive results from doctors coming up at 10. In Memphis, Sierra Jordan, Fox 13 News.
that's a hurtful thing. She was 10 minutes from picking her baby up because he was still a baby. And a young man, his friend that he was hanging out with. You saw the neighborhood, a beautiful neighborhood. Um, he's laying in the driveway. I don't know what was going on, but whatever was going on, he should not have been taken out. And so, it's hurtful to me. More and more stuff like this is happening. I can understand as a mother how she feels. As mothers, we're very, very protective, of our children, right? Like I will stay up all night and go to the moon and back and work with anybody and do what is necessary to ensure that anybody that threatens the safety of my kids, even at their age, is either is taken care of one way or the other, right? And so it's hurtful that it's hurtful when you see that another child, another 16-year-old, and they were friends, um, you know, has taken out a child. I remember a time when me and my friends we would fight. I remember one time me and my friend Vanessa, we were living in the projects together. We went into the church at New Harvest, the church that everybody in the projects had went to because we didn't have cars at that time, that's still there. We went into the restroom and fought at church. We got to fight in the restroom, right? Like I remember when kids had disagreements, they would fight, and then we lived to see another day. But unfortunately, that's just not happening. Um, More and more weapons are accessible to kids, and they're emotionally unstable, and they feel like when they get mad that they're supposed to take out anybody, to include their parents and stuff, so this is very heartbreaking to me. I do hope and pray that justice is fully served, um, to just take him out and he's laying in the driveway after they have been hanging out. That's just hurtful. Where was the young man's, since he was at the young man's house? That was a very nice neighborhood. You saw the big, beautiful houses. Where was his parents? Um, and that he could just shoot his friend in his folks' driveway. So hey, I pray for justice for the family. I know, that's why I say, you guys, it has to. When will it stop? And it has to get better, right? Um, as it relates to anything, as it relates to us, especially with um the crime and our children losing their lives and consistently either losing their lives going to the grave or losing their lives going to the jail. And we worry a lot about the police taking our kids out, and we should worry about the bad police. But the fact of the matter is, we're taking each other out more than anything. This is something that we have to tackle in our community. Getting the bad police out. That's something we could come together. If we came together on one accord, we could demand that something is put in place to ensure that a police life that is not threatened, um, does not just take out an innocent person, as we've seen, with Tyree Nichols, as we've seen with other police officers. But the fact of the matter is, blacks are killing each other all day, every day, and that is what is destroying our community more so than anything. And that's something that we definitely have to stop turning the blind eye to. I get more emotional when that happens, because that's what's taking a lot of our young men and women away from us, a lot of this black on black crime. And so that's why I always say, I know people get mad at me, there has to be a deterrence. We need good police officers, we need good law makers, okay? Because police officers are just law enforcers. We need to overthrow and make sure when there's a bad seed that is out there misusing or taking out um innocent black people, okay? That there's a system in place to ensure that they're no longer on the force. But the fact of the matter is, we got to face this black on black crime head on, because it's more of that than anything, okay? It's more of that than anything. And so that's what I mean, when I say that. I had somebody to get mad at me because I was talking about, because I've seen a lot, when I worked at the police department. I worked there for 18 years, so I saw a lot, right? I saw a lot of um people hurt, a lot of children hurt, a lot of even now in the work that I do, working with families that have children that are being snatched up in traffic. You don't hear me talk about that a lot, but I do, right? And that's one of the reasons why you always hear me say we gotta have good police officers. We cannot live in a lawless society. And so I had somebody to send me a email, because I was talking about when I had worked for the Memphis Police Department, and this happened some years ago. Whereas there was a African American man brought in. Okay, a young lady had a 6 month old baby that was not his, and with the 6 month old baby, she let the guy move up in the house with her. And what he did was, when she went to work, she had him keeping her child, the baby, at 6 months. And what he did was, he was a pedo. And so when she went to work, he decided that he wanted to have relations with this 6-month-old baby. So he actually penetrated the child or tried to. I have children. Anybody that ever had has daughters understand that a 6-month-old baby is not even open. Basically, they're not. So he rips this baby apart and then goes to the store because he rips her apart trying to, because he's sick, trying to penetrate her, and go to the store and get needle and thread and try and sew this child back up. Well, when the police got there and they saw all of this, because the mama got home and saw this, she had to call the police. um, it was devastating to them. They whooped his goddamn ass, okay? And they should have took him out. And so I had somebody to reach out to me, all the black mans that the police says had taken out. You sitting up talking about he did have rights, because I said you had Negroes instead of really the hood don't take folks out like that no more. We always talking about hood justice. They don't take out folks like that. They only take out people that are like young Dolph, that's doing something, that's making going and doing something for their family, coming up. That's when you're a target. But if you do something like that to a baby, these hood niggas ain't doing nothing. They could let you come right back in the hood and smoke a joint with them. Ain't worth a damn a lot of. Okay? So he had the audacity, and I ain't mad at whoever it was. I ain't gonna change it. I'm not going to change it. Okay? Because see, I have the mind to know that there are good police officers and bad police officers, and some of these people ought to be castrated and overthrown. A grave ought to be dug and they ought to be laid in it. Okay? For what they do. And that crime is one of those crimes that I don't give a damn about what the police did, but we're so programmed, you know. People sit up and say, well, the police, all police officers don't care about nobody, because they want to commit crimes. They want to do what that man did to the 6-month-old baby. They want to put the little girls in human trafficking. They want to steal identities. They want to set you up to be knocked off. They want to do all this and get away with it. They feel like they're supposed to be able to commit these crimes against you and your family and get away with it and get mad because they can't. So yeah, they have issues with police and the FBI and any law enforcement, right? So I would never take back saying I wish the police had taken him out for what he did to that 6-month-old baby. They didn't. They just whooped his ass, cat raggedy, because they have feelings too. That was justice for that 6-month-old baby. When do we stop being programmed? Why we don't give a damn about the 6-month-old? That this damn man, well, the mama should not have left him. That baby is 6 months old. It's not the baby's fault that the mama's stupid. So that's why I say, y'all, when does it stop? This is what we need to come together and start fighting these crimes. People committing so much. We was looking at some stuff, folks doing so much. Shit. They doing so much stuff. It's ridiculous. Anything to try and disturb somebody else's peace. If they think they gonna they just like straight dropping. It's a lot of old niggas that's got the same mindset as straight drop and Cornelius. Okay, they think if it's gonna get them some money, they're gonna be able to. They'll do it and think they're gonna get away with it. Okay, but everything is always seen and heard. Always remember that. Okay, but y'all, this has to stop. My heart hurts. Okay, my heart hurts for this mother, and I would never, ever take back what I said. I'm sorry, sir. I can't do it. He did that to that 6-month-old baby and ripped that baby apart. Not only did he hurt that baby once, he hurt that baby twice. You sick ass. you try and have relations with her, and then because a 6-month-old baby is not even open, you rip it part down there, and then go to the store and get needle and thread. You hurt her twice, and people don't have no empathy for that. Y'all, what's wrong with us? I have issues with anybody that's got problems with me saying that you's a predator, nigga. That's what you is, as far as I'm concerned. Because my heart is set on justice. But that 6-month-old baby, he would have been able to go back to the hood. Negroes ain't getting no real justice. Is that nigga think he gonna come up? We gonna take him out. You get knocked off for having more than somebody else in the black community. You ain't getting knocked off for doing what that dude did to a baby. They letting you come right back on the corner and smoke with them. If you ask me, they worse than the police, because that ain't even supposed to happen. The bad police. But anyway, child, we gotta have some justice. That has to be a resolution. I had to talk about that because I will never take it back ever. Okay, ever. I'm a mother. Okay, and even though that was not my baby, I feel for any child that's being violated by some freak. I don't give a damn what the police do to them. Do I have issues with innocent people? Absolutely. I've said that from day one. Okay. I was extremely hurt. I was one of the ones that paid very close attention. I could not get it out of my head when those police officers did that to Trayvon. When this happened to Tyree, it was so disgusting. It was hard for me to even cover it. If you notice, I really didn't. It was hard for me to cover it. Absolutely disgusting. I want justice for Tyree, for his family. But even still, I had issues with how a lot of the predators preyed on Tyree's mother. She was the one really hurting. You had you get all this, you got all of this black on black crime. You get bad police officers every single day to unjustly um do things to people, but if it's not televised, they don't talk about it. That's why ain't nobody putting nothing in place. Why? We could demand that the lawmakers put something in place as a deterrence. That what happened in Chicago where that lady was popped in the head by that police officer, that right there still makes my skin boil. All she did was call the police, and he decided because she said, "I rebuke you," he was going to take her out. We ain't even talking about that no more. It ain't getting no media attention. We don't really even know what's going on with that. Because if it don't get media attention, the so-called leaders ain't looking into it. It's black on black crime every single day. Okay, how come we ain't coming together for that? How come there is not a deterrence in the hood that when these freaks walking around the hood that call themselves, disguise themselves as gangsters, hey, they already know you better not. I wish a nigga would. I wish a nigga would do something to a child because I got that wish a nigga would on him. We're gonna drag him in the lake. Okay, he gonna go missing. But instead, he can do what he want to do to a child and go stand up at the corner with the hood dudes and smoke a blunt. And then they get mad at the police when they pull up on him and say, "Nigga, you going to jail, you arrested," drag his ass, put him in the car. Justify the police do the black man. It's wrong. That's why don't nobody take us seriously. This mother mourns because we got our mind fixated on the wrong thing. Who gonna listen, y'all, when we are wrong? Okay? We need to deal with what's going on in our community. Okay? And we got to come together and make some demands. Poverty ignites crime. And something else is going on. These kids are getting weapons and something is emotionally messed up. I mean, they're looking at these video games and stuff, that auto theft task force or whatever it's called, that game where they driving crazy. They think that they can live this stuff that is not really even reality out. Or when you walk and you can just pop somebody. So I get mad at my friend, I just pop him and leave him in the driveway. Y'all, something is wrong. Okay. So, hey, we gotta come together. And ain't nobody gonna listen to us. Well, the police stopped him, arrested him because he had warned him he couldn't stand up on going, justify us black people. Cause the police just messing with us. 'Cause I'm supposed to be able to stand on the corner and look at the little girls who from the elementary school, but and when they get out of school and sell dope, they don't want to see a black man make it. That don't even sound right. No, it's got to be something put in place for these Negroes when they're doing wrong. That's why I say we can't live in a lawless society. But now when they wrong, just like that police officer in North Carolina, that black man broke away from him some years ago and he got off and he shot him in the back. And somebody was videoing him and he didn't even know it. And then he put the gun in the man's hand and got off. It's got to be something in place for something like that. You don't hear them talking about that no more. It ain't no media attention around it. So we allow the so-called black leaders to whore us out. They come around when it's media attention. It ain't no media attention really with black on black crime. It don't benefit them. That's where we're losing the most black lives. And we don't hold their feet to the fire. We allow everybody to make a damn ass out of us. Get us emotional. Then we going and break it out when we gonna go and loot. Nigga, that's the only damn black store. You ain't got no car, bitch. You ain't even got skates to get to the grocery store. So we looting, we justice for such and such. Way in Timbuktu, the police officers took them out. We get ready to loot and burn up all the houses in our neighborhood. That's your damn neighborhood. Then when the emotionalism is over and they ain't got you to burn up all the houses, they send the white contractors. Your insurance go up if you got any insurance. You ain't got no insurance. You burning up other folks' houses in your own damn neighborhood. You looting all the stores. The black store got to go out of business. Your ass ain't got no money to get nowhere, to get no groceries or nothing. You done burn up grandmama house. We burning up my grandma. We doing this in the name of justice. She ain't got no insurance. So now you have the sharky um people that are buying up all the property. She ain't got no insurance to get her house fixed out. There's something wrong with us. And then get mad because I talk about it. I'll never stop talking about it. And I'll never change my stance on, listen, we're allowing black leaders who are paid by the people that is orchestrating this stuff in the background to get us emotional and keep this shit going in our community. I knew it was something wrong with us when I heard people say they set up, we'll take Young Dolph as an example. They set up and took Young Dolph out, and you had um you had so-called celebrities. They knew where it came from. That wouldn't say a word. Young Dolph before he was a rapper, he was a damn black man. Don't you know they had folks that try to justify that? Well, he had kept talking. Okay. Which one is Young Dolph was an African American man. He was a human being first. Every life means something, whether a police officer take it or whether it's another black man that orchestrates it. That's why don't nobody take us seriously, because really at the core of it, a lot of us just a bunch of damn clowns. And so we got to do better. Okay, we got to do better. But anyways, I wanted to talk about that, y'all. Y'all know how I get. I'm up early with it, 7 o'clock. I got work to do. I got work to do. Okay. The folks keep me working, rather it's to protect me and my family by any means necessary, working with the right people, or rather it's just taking work. But either way, it's gonna get done. Okay. But anyways, you guys, I want you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. If you would like to support the channel, you could definitely support the channel via Cash App.